Flosstube channel where we talk about cross stitch. Today is Monday, September 27th, and I'm here to share with you what I've been working on. My last video ended on Saturday night, and this is the first time I've had to record since then. And I wanted to show you which Santa I'm working on this week. So last week I did the one in the middle with him in the chimney. And the one I've done previously, which I haven't shown yet on the channel, is this guy up here holding the lantern. So I have completed two so far. The one I've decided to work on this week is the Santa holding the tree. Because for some reason, I just really wanted to stitch the tree. And compared to some of the other ones, there seems to be less fiddly bits in that one. So I was like, yeah, I want to do that one. So here's where we are so far. I've started I started in the middle with the black and then brought it down to his boots, and then I'm working my way up. So this was all done yesterday and super enjoyable. This is on the other side of the 18 count ivory that I stitched last week's Santa on. And so this will finish out this fabric. It doesn't look ivory in the picture just because the lighting in here isn't that great today. It's overcast outside, and so the light is washing it out. But anywho, I'm hoping to finish this up today and start working on something else tomorrow. I still haven't decided what my focus pieces will be for this week, so it'll be a surprise for both you and me tomorrow. Anyways, I will catch you later. Bye. Hello. It is Tuesday, September 28th, and I'm here with an update for you. So last night I was able to finish my Santa. I was working on this one with the tree. And here we go. Here's our finish. And you may have noticed on both of these actually that the coloring seems to be a little different than the picture. So if we can have those. On this one, I basically looked at the photo and picked colors based on what I had in my stash. And I think what's most notable here is that the blue is a little lighter than what they called for. And honestly, I'm not sure what I think about it. And then this guy, I think I can go like this. Prairie Schooler tends to use a very bluish green, I've noticed, and which to me, I mean, it makes sense because to me their coloring reminds me of the 80s, and these are 80s Santas, so that makes sense. But I love, a more Christmassy green. So I switched the called for green to 904, and I used 498, which is like dark Christmas red, for the red, and I love how he turned out. Honestly, I think he's my favorite. I love the Santa hat and like the garland that's around it. Love it. So as of now, I have stitched I stitched this one in 2019 that's ready to go. And then I stitched this guy last week and I stitched this guy this week. So next week we will pick another Santa to do. And honestly, I'm really torn. I kind of like this one, but I'm concerned that it might be a bit fiddly with the different, all the different pieces to it. And I also really like this one. And the yellow, I think the yellow in these two robes is kind of putting me off. And I'm trying to think about these two, like, okay, well, let's say I change the color. Would I want to stitch them then? So it's still quite up in the air. I do like this one too. I love the dove that's in his hand. So I don't know, we'll see. That'll be for next week. So now it's the next day, and what am I working on? Well, it's kind of struggling. Work has been a lot this week so far. And my brain is having a hard time deciding if it wants something complex to work on, or if it wants something simple, or if it wants something in between. So over my lunchtime, I pulled this guy out, which I haven't touched since May. And this is Supersized Impossibilium by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I love this door. I think doors in general, you know, from a thematic point of view, are transitionary spaces from one place to another. And with this closed and an enchanted door, like, what's on the other side, you know? I call it possibility. So I chose to start this year in May. I spent 5 weeks at the end of April through May with my mom across the country to help her with her chemo treatments. And I picked this one to take with me and start while I was there because I love the idea that you can open a door and, you know, the possibility is there. You can create your own opportunities, like that kind of thing. However, I had started with the supersized max color version and it was just too much confetti. I got three 10 stitch blocks down and I just couldn't do it anymore. So I then purchased the supersized version and it was just so much easier. However, out of the Heaven and Earth design patterns that I have started so far in Pattern Keeper, all of the ones up until this one were the large format pages. And I tend to stitch page by page even though I'm using Pattern Keeper. And so this page is a lot larger because this is a regular format chart, and so this page is huge and it's full of confetti, and so it's taken me a really long time to do. Let me find out how many stitches I've done. So over my lunchtime, I managed to do 102 stitches. That's awesome. So currently I'm sitting at 5,800 stitches, and it's a whopping 1% out of 552,000 stitches. So lots to go, but for the end of this year, my goal is to just reach a page finish. That would be great. I think I have like 3,000 stitches left to go to get there, but that one square that I did, I'm doing them in, let's see if I can, I'm doing them in 10 by 10 square blocks diagonally down. So you'll see I've reached the edge of the page and I'm now, the diagonals will get smaller from here. So I finished this square right here, and this empty space will be the next square I do. So that's what I was working on over my lunch break today, and that was nice. However, work continued to be a lot for the remainder of the day, and now I've decided that I need something a little easier to work on this evening. And you know what's still calling to me? My Mira. Because what's great about this is it's, compared to this, this is 25 count even weave or Lugana or whatever, using one strand over one full cross. And my Mirabilia is on 32 count, it's over two, using two strands of floss. So it's a lot faster, a lot easier to do. There's blocks of color to work with. So I think tonight I'm going to be working on Gypsy Queen, and we'll see how we go. But what that has done though is that this will be my 8-inch Q-snap project, and Gypsy Queen will be my 11-inch Q-snap project. So that'll work out. Anywho, that's where I'm at right now. I hope you've had a good Tuesday whenever you're watching this, and I'll check in with you later. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome back. It is Wednesday, September 29th, And for one of my favorite viewers, I'm going to show you Esther again. She tends to stay in the same room that I'm in, and right now she's over my left shoulder sitting in one of her favorite places on the back of the couch. And that cushion is actually like permanently indented with her body. It's one of her favorite places to sit. So, yeah, there she is. Pretty kitty. All right, I'll leave you alone now. Okay, so I'm here to give you an update, and I stitched on two things today. I stitched on Impossibilium again during my lunch break, and again I got another 10 by 10 square finished. So that actually felt really good. If I keep that up, I could finish this page for sure, like in the next month if I do a square per lunch day. This square is going to be the next one that I work on. And right here is the bottom of the page. So the diagonals are going to get even smaller. So I know it looks like a lot of thread, but honestly you can easily pick up each section and you can move them aside and whatnot. They're not hard to work with. But anyway, that's where I got on this one. And then in the evening, I've been working on my Mirabilia again. This is Gypsy Queen. And you can see that I am stitching right in here. And what I ended up doing was I finished up the dark orange all in here, and then from up here down I did the lighter oranges, and then over here I brought the darkest purple and the browns up. And so tomorrow I'll most likely fill in this area and fill in a bit more in there. All the empty spaces you see are going to be a mixture of beads and specialty floss, especially all right in there. So that's where we got to. I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hello, welcome back. It is Thursday, September 30th, and I popped into the office today, so I kind of wanted to share a little bit. This is the view out of my window. Got a nice day out, and I'm going to flip my screen because I do have a cross stitch that I keep at work, and I thought I would show it to you. See you in a second. So I stitched this up earlier this year when I found out that we were going to have to start going back to work. And this is a piece that is from Emma Congdon, Stitchrovia, in her cross stitch for the soul. Yeah, cross stitch for the soul book that I got it on Amazon. So it's all full crosses and some back stitch. And this is on 40 count Newcastle linen in white. And it is so cheerful. This is like the only place really I have to decorate at work, and I'm missing, I was supposed to do another cross stitch and I haven't yet. So this will get rearranged at some point. But yeah, this is my office. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey y'all, I just wanted to pop in real quick to show you a little thing that I made. I really wanted to try out a new to me crochet stitch, which is using single crochets to make this sort of knit and purl looking type pattern. And the way you construct these knitted stitches makes it a very strong, gives it a very strong construction. And so I decided to try out and make like a little Ort catcher. And so it has a flat bottom, and it can sit up, or it can, you know, sit on its side. You can flatten it, stick it in your bag, and then inside, I've got some orts. So I'm going to bring this with me when I go on vacation so that my orts aren't like hanging out all over the couch or getting all over everything in the bag that I keep the stitching in. So yeah, I'm like really pleased with it. I think it's super cute. I love this variegated yarn. I got this from Hobby Lobby. Very affordable. And yeah, so super happy with it. This construction is really sturdy that I'm gonna see what else I can do with it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that real quick. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hello, it is now Saturday, October 2nd, and I'm back with an update for you, the final one of this video. And the last time we spoke was on Wednesday, and honestly, I just haven't had much time to stitch between then and now. Work has just been a lot, and I've been logging off of work and then taking like a 3-hour nap. So each day. So I haven't gotten a lot done since the last time I showed you for my Mirabilia. But today I wanted to figure out what I'm going to take with me on vacation. Early tomorrow morning, I'm getting on a flight and I'm going to Florida to visit my mom. I'm bringing my son and my brother with me, and it's going to be the first time that they'll have seen her since the pandemic started, and also, you know, since she was diagnosed with cancer. So we're really looking forward to it. It'll be a good time. I was telling my colleague at work that, like, it doesn't feel like I'm going on vacation because we're so busy at work that I'm going to have to be checking my email every day and just kind of staying plugged in. So between all of the, you know, socialization with family and everything, and then having to stay plugged into work, like, doesn't really sound very relaxing to me. But that's okay. So we're going to Florida, and it's October, so I'm very conflicted because Florida is very it's like summer all the time, and you know, we're in October, so I want to focus on like autumnal stitching and stuff like that. So I've been a little torn about what I should bring with me. Should I bring something that's summery with me, or should I bring something that's very autumnal, or, you know, Darktober or something like that? So one of the possibilities is bringing Hocus Pocus, which would be a good idea because this is how far I am. I have the bottom 3 blocks left to do. So this would be a good one to take with me because it has very few colors and it would be easy to pick up and sit down. So that's a possibility. The only problem is that it's, I got these little fuzzies all over. The only problem is that it's Halloween and or fall and whatever, and I'm going to be in Florida, so I'm not sure if I want to bring that. The other idea I had was maybe I'll start one of my dimensions kits. I have 2 that would go along with the theme of being in Florida. I have Cliffside Beacon. I have stitched one of these before. I've stitched, I think it's called Sunset Beacon, and I made that for my stepmom and she really liked it. So I could start this, but again, I don't know if I want to dig into a dimensions piece with all those colors or not. It'll be a 5x7 finish on 18 count ivory Aida. So, I don't know. So that's a possibility. The other possibility is a simpler one. This is just a regular dimensions kit, not a gold kit. And so the stitching would be a lot easier. It'll finish at 10 inches by 14 inches on 14 count blue Aida. It's called the Dolphin's Domain. And that's all the colors. So that's a possibility. That actually might be a better possibility than Cliffside Beacon, just because the stitching would be simpler. And then while we're on the subject, I wanted to show you two other gold collection kits that I've purchased recently that I would love to start for my birthday this year, and I haven't decided which one yet. This is Wind Moon, sorry for the glare as we go through this. This is Wind Moon Fairy, and the moment I saw this with the moon and the blue dress and that little black kitten, I had to get it. It is going to finish at 10 inches by 15 inches, and I don't know if you can hear my cat. She's like, why aren't you letting me in? Oh, here we go. It's on 18 count gray Aida. So that would be fun for my birthday. Definitely not for Florida. And then the other one that I'm choosing for my birthday is Tulip Trio. I just have always wanted to stitch this. I think it would be very soothing and relaxing with this color palette. And let's see, it finishes at 16 inches by 12 inches. And it's on 14 count ivory Aida. Look at all those peach and pinks. It's very pretty. So those are the two I'm trying to decide between for my birthday. Not for Florida, but since I was pulling out stuff, I thought I'd bring those out too. So besides those items, I do have a bunch of fall things that if I didn't want to bring Hocus Pocus and I wanted to start something new, what would I bring? And so these are the options. We have Hello Fall by Plum Street Samplers, which I've always loved. I think this would be super fun to stitch. And then we have Hello Winter, which would also be super fun to stitch. Of course, it's not fall, it's for winter, but they were right next to each other. So look at the cardinal and the sheep. It's just so cute. And then we have Plum Street Samplers, the Addams family, which they mean like President Adams. So if you look closely, one of the women is holding a flag. And what I would do when I stitch this is, you see they're each holding something. We've got the second woman holding what looks like a pumpkin, then the guy's holding a pitchfork, and then the other guy is holding an acorn. The woman who's holding the flag, I would change to a torch to kind of make it fit in like with that pitchfork and kind of make it a little, darker. So I think that's probably the only change I would make. But yeah, so that's a possibility. The next one is Halloween Town by Madame Chantilly. And the only reason I have not started this yet is if you look at the roofs, they are variegated, but that is variegated in a floss that's not easy to come by. And it's charted, hold on, I'll let you look at the Addams family for a second. It's charted, yeah, they're charted in DMC. So before I stitch this, I would need to find a floss for those roofs because I fell in love with the dimension with that variegation. So that means I probably would not take this with me because I'd want to figure out my color choices first. Next, we have Madame Chantilly's Halloween. Now, I've stitched her summer, and I have the Christmas one too. So this would actually be a possibility, because it's a lot of stitching, but it's pretty simple stitching. It's all block colors. So that would be a possibility. And then we have back to Plum Street. We have Sweater Weather with these little dachshunds in their sweaters. My mom has a dachshund, and I stitched her yellow polka dot bikinis from Plum Street. I've stitched it, haven't given it to her yet. So I have this one, and I thought those were so cute. Look at the owl. I wouldn't stitch this one over there because I wouldn't want my mom to see it, because it would probably end up being a gift for her. And along those lines, we also have Halloweenies. I would probably stitch this one for myself. It's my mom's, I don't know, they don't really decorate for Halloween. So that would be cute. Then we have Plum Street Samplers Halloween Delivery. And I love this. Honestly, I probably would not stitch it in the called for. I probably would use DMC because of who I am as a person. And I have a ton of DMC. So much. And so kitting it up from home would be a lot cheaper. And then we have some Blackbirds. We have Midnight Watch, which I've always wanted to start. This is one of the most recent purchases I made, was to get this, and it was sold out in a lot of places. I think I finally managed to, I found it at Garon Stitchery online. I probably wouldn't bring a Blackbird because these are huge, and I would need to kit it up and everything, so I'm probably not going to pick one of these. But and then we have Halloween Eve, I believe. Yeah, Halloween Eve, which I would totally pair up with Midnight Watch. So fun. And then we have Casting a Spell. And this could be a possibility because they're like a bunch of smalls. I would probably stitch them all on one piece of fabric, it laid out kind of similarly to what they are in this box, storage container, tray. So that's a possibility. I'm actually going to keep that separate because I might actually do that. And Raven Bewitched. You know, this seems super simple, and like, why would you want to repeat those medallions over and over and over? But I love the idea of picking a color palette and stitching them subtly in what you would love for your fall decor or Halloween decor or whatever. So I actually can't wait to stitch that, but I just need to decide on the colors that I want to choose for the medallions, so that's nice. And then the last one we have is Away We Ride. Honestly, so many people have stitched this in the last couple years that I'm probably not going to stitch it for a while because I've just watched so many people do it, but I finally caved and wanted to add it to the collection. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna bring. I don't even know if I'm gonna have a lot of time to stitch between family time and working and whatever. So I don't know, Hocus Pocus might be it. If I want to get fancy, maybe kitting up Casting a Spell. Or if I want to just sit with the beachy theme and wait until I get home to dig into Halloween, I might start this. So not sure. But, you know, in the next video, we'll all find out what I ended up doing. Anyways, I think we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I've been really enjoying putting these vlogs together. It's been really easy to do on my phone. Just, you know, during my day while I'm doing things, I can pause and take a quick video. So it's just been really, really nice to do. So yeah, so for this next video, because I usually like to film Sundays through Saturdays, I'm going to be traveling tomorrow to Florida, and then I'm coming back on Saturday. And so I'm not sure what the vlog is going to look like for next week. You might see some Florida stuff, and then if I'm able to do any stitching, you'll get to see the stitching. But yeah, not sure. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.